This Pisces new moon is a really important spiritual and emotional new beginning to start this year, and even though it's not close enough to be an eclipse technically, it's still alongside the North Node in Pisces, which means that it's kind of a preview of the upcoming year-and-a-half cycle of eclipses in Pisces and Virgo. So if you're excited to dive into what we can expect for this new moon in Pisces, make sure that you like, subscribe, camera fell, whoops. But like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren. I'm an astrologer. I also make music, so you can find all my links and everything down below. I also give readings, which you can find on my website. And I use tropical Western astrology, and we're gonna get into what this means generally for the energy of this new moon, and then we will get into what this means for you specifically based on your sign. So this new moon is happening with the sun and the moon together in Pisces, and they're both at 9 degrees. That is in the first third of Pisces, and this is happening on February 27th, 2025 at 5:54 p.m. Pacific time. So with this happening in the first decan, the first third of Pisces, it's associated with the 8 of Cups tarot card, also known as the Lord of Abandoned Success. So Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of optimism and expansion and happiness and growth. But there are some times when you are withdrawing from that or deciding that growth is not what you want. So this card in tarot is ruled by Saturn, which is why it's kind of like you're going within and exploring that rather than looking for more on the external worldly validation side. So even though this is generally a positive new moon, there is an energy of you are withdrawing from something or you're seeking something more spiritual or meaningful. This has the North Node in Pisces, and I have a full video that is coming out or has already come out that I need to do within the next few days. It's been weird here. I'm filming this like right after the LA fires, and so my schedule's been very disrupted. I will be doing a full video, probably already out, on the North Node in Pisces and South Node in Virgo eclipse cycle, which you can watch. But the North Node here with this new moon, even though it's not too close, it's like 20 degrees away, it shows progress, force, growth, and momentum towards this goal happening over the next year and a half. And it's nearly exactly conjunct Neptune. So the North Node emphasizes and exacerbates whatever's very close to it. And Neptune is about spirituality, transcendence, dreams, nightmares, escapism. Anything that is transcendently outside ourselves, for better or for worse, is Neptune. Neptune is neutral. It depends on how it's activated, whether it's dreams or delusion. So the North Node on Neptune is going to show a lot of obsession, drive, and momentum towards a spiritual goal or something that is a high faith-based philanthropic energy. Whatever you're doing with this new moon, even if it's in a very productive, realistic part of your chart, as we'll get into, is for a feel-good, meaningful, spiritual reason. It's also near Mercury and Saturn, which are conjunct about 4 degrees away. Mercury is communication, and in Pisces, it has some trouble being literal and direct. It's better for poetry or kind of fantasy type communication. It can be good for creative writing, but generally not the best for direct communication. It's conjunct Saturn, which is seriousness, responsibility, adulthood, and maturity. Mercury and Saturn together shows seriousness in communication, even if it is a little bit woo-woo or artistic. And with this close to the North Node in Neptune, it shows that this new moon has a very serious dedication to something spiritual and meaningful in our life. Even if it is a business or financial venture, it's meaningful and for a higher dream in our life. There's a promise here to commit yourself to something that is outside yourself, and for a lot of people could deal with like a charity or something spiritual or just something creatively important to you that you feel like is beyond even you. This is also trine Mars in Cancer. Mars recently went direct and got out of retrograde, and the trine to Mars in Cancer shows that actions are aligning with the idea, and even though Mars in Cancer can be very emotional and finicky, it does show in general that your actions are supporting this goal. With the square to Jupiter in Gemini, this is actually very positive. A square from Jupiter is still positive. It's not negative like a other planet would be in a square. So the square to Jupiter shows an optimistic point of view and being excited, and this new moon is making no challenging aspects in general. Really, it's not making any challenging aspects that are outright bad. Saturn can be challenging to those with night charts. If you were born after sunset, sunset and before sunrise, judging by where the sun is in your chart. If it's above the ascendant-descendant axis, you're fine. If it's below your night chart, can be more challenging for you guys if you're a night chart. However, a conjunction to Saturn, and this being a loose conjunction, really is not negative. It's just very serious and very sober. So there's a reality check, cold hard truth element, but I wouldn't call it bad, and I would not call it negative. I would say it's serious, committed, and really, really like very responsible. But it's in Pisces with Neptune there. It's still for a higher purpose and a higher dream. And whatever you're dedicating yourself towards seems to be a very, very motivated, both worldly and spiritual endeavor. So if you already have any comments around this new moon, let me know in the comments below, and let's go ahead and get into what this means for each of the rising signs. If you do not know your rising sign, make sure you figure that out, because horoscopes should generally be read by rising sign, because that's the sign that sets up the houses and therefore how things fall in your chart, no matter what the other placements are, and I have full videos on that if you need to learn. For Aries risings, this is in your 12th house. That is spirituality, mental health, addictions, or afflictions. So even though you could be dealing with something that is mentally challenging, like an addiction or some mental problems, it shows a huge dedication to overcoming that or committing yourself to a spiritual practice. For Taurus risings, this is in your 11th house of networking, friends, and groups. You're probably looking to join a group of people that's either spiritual, religious, or in line with a goal that you really believe in that means a lot to you and requires being a part of this organization or group. If you are a Gemini rising, it's in your 10th house of career. You could be either literally starting a new job or moving towards trying to begin a career in something you're really dedicated towards and also very aligned with. For Cancer risings, it's in your 9th house, which is long distance travel or higher education. So you could either be making a long distance significant trip abroad for reasons that feel very meaningful and very spiritual to you, or you could be enrolling in a course or university in a way that is a big deal and also very exciting. If you are a Leo rising, it's in your 8th house, which is investments in shared assets or trust with others. This could show that you are investing in something that's very serious and very meaningful, or it could show that you are starting a new beginning of trusting someone with either literal money or information in a way that is very aligned, but also very adult. If you're a Virgo rising, it's in your 7th house of committed relationships. So many of you may be entering a serious relationship with someone who's a dream partner or just a very ideal partnership in your life, or you could be signing something legal that is very positive but also very serious. If you're a Libra rising, it's in your 6th house, which is physical health, issues, illnesses, or treatments, or coworkers, completely unrelated, but one or the other. It could be showing that you're entering physical therapy or a new area of treatment or just lifestyle, exercise, and diet that is very holistic and spiritual, but very regimented. And if this is more coworkers for you, it could show that you're hiring or bringing on a new group of people to work with that is definitely going to require dedication, but feels very aligned. If you are a Scorpio rising, this is in your 5th house of dating and creativity. It could show a really beautiful romantic relationship that off the bat feels very serious, but you're in your like dream ideal situation, but it's new, it's not serious yet, but it feels very serious, like it could become serious, but it's not like actually long-term yet. Or it could show that you have a very big deal creative new beginning with something that feels outside yourself and you're super dedicated to it. If you're a Sagittarius rising, it's in your 4th house of home or property. You could be moving in somewhere new or getting a home that feels like a big deal, like you're going to need to renovate it or commit to it, but it's beautiful. Or you could be having a new beginning with your family that is really, really beautiful, like having kids or something, but requires a lot of work. If you are a Capricorn rising like me, this is in our 3rd house of communication, writing, and routine. You're probably having a new idea or new project that you're working on that's going to require a lot of diligence, but is a very beautiful, big idea. If you're an Aquarius rising, it's in your 2nd house of income. This shows a new income stream, a way of making money that is probably going to take a lot of work from you, but feels like it is a very, very aligned, very positive thing. And if you're a Pisces rising, it's in your 1st house. This is about you. Pisces risings, this is you having a new aesthetic change, a new personality kind of stepping into, something new with your identity that you feel like you need to grow up and get your shit together with, but you're really, really aligned and believe in doing that and you're excited. Now let's pull a tarot card for this new moon. We have the 6 of Swords. This is actually one of my favorite cards because it shows someone crossing a river. This is kind of like you need to cross the river. You need to make the transition. You need to do the thing. Do the thing, do not hold back, do not turn around. This is the time to cross that bridge and get over it. So if you enjoyed this, do leave me a like and subscribe. I'm filming this literally the day before TikTok is supposed to be banned, so I hope that TikTok is not banned while I'm filming this. But if it is, follow me on all my other things to stay updated with my other videos. Hope that you enjoy this new moon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.